Today we are going to talk about the China showcased in September 3, 2025, the military parade, right? In the point of view of geopolitical, what the China actually does wanted to give to the world, what kind of message is it it's anti-American. Of course it's an anti-American. Actually I think we are going to talk about today actually the Chinese spirit and what kind of weaponry they have demonstrated. And these weapons currently, do they have these weapons in USA as well? And is it USA far behind on these weapons in terms of weapon and the technology? Right. Okay. Let us see what China showcased in September 3rd, the parade. Right. Actually, the Chinese military, it has the parade on 80 years of commemoration of the 80 years of anniversary winning the Second World War. Right. Actually, China did not win the Second World War, and China did not participate to the Second World War. That's number one. Chinese President Xi Jinping, he's trying to rewrite his history. To be honest with you, we cannot rewrite the history. That's number one, right? We cannot rewrite the history. That's number one. And if you see the Indo-Pacific corridor, especially the Pacific Ocean, 8 years ago, United States is a dominant power, and United States is after the Pearl Harbor attack by the Japanese forces and Imperial Japanese Army in 1943 or 1944, I think. And 1944 and 1945, brutally Philippine Islands, some Pacific Islands, Christmas Islands, and Australia, Papua New Guinea, Philippines, Indonesia, part of China were invaded. Manchuria invaded by the Japanese forces, Japanese Imperial Army. But China is the world, now at the moment, if you see, China is the world largest technological power and world largest military power, right? And they said that Chinese soldiers who has give their life, sacrifice for this operation and for the Second World War. Actually, Chinese soldiers who do not fight to the Second World War, American soldiers only who fought and they give their life and defeated the Japan in the Second World War. And China using the propaganda, that's number one, right? The Chinese military parade, I'm going to forecast you today. Chinese military parade has been revealed the host of cutting-edge systems, like for example, like sea drones, hypersonic anti-ship missiles, nuclear-capable missiles, and laser weapons and other systems, right? So what are those things, right? Now these few sessions I'm going to explain you by few sessions of this thing, because this is a very large scale of video. I have to segregation the video by talking about the sea drones, and also secondly, as I explained you earlier a few minutes ago, hypersonic anti-ship missiles, and especially the AI technology, AI drones, right? So in China, extra large uncrewed underwater vehicles like XL UUVs such as YJ-002, it is 80 to 20 meters and 60 to 65 meters long, right? And it's plus HSU-100. They serve and serve as a mine layers, and possibly more models it has already in China, right? So that's all about the sea drones. And what are the demonstrated China has been demonstrated? I would like to explain you briefly in this video. So secondly, about the hypersonic anti-ship missiles, YJ-15, YJ-17, YJ-19, and YJ-20, YJ-21, YJ-25, C512, C51, YJ-29. right? These are the many hypersonic capable with the advanced designs to edu edu the defense, right? These are the hypersonic anti-ship missiles China currently have on. Okay, what about the nuclear capable hypersonic missiles, right? I was talking about the anti-ship missiles. Now I'm going to talk about the nuclear capable hypersonic missiles. There are a full nuclear tried including DF-16. Mobile ICBM means intercontinental ballistic missiles China currently have, right? And also based on intercontinental ballistic missile with the multiple warheads like a C5, right? JL1, that is air launch missile, and JL3, JL2, those are sea launch missiles. At the moment, currently, China is having capable of striking anywhere in the world, right? Global. These are global missiles. That's why we call it as ICBM by the shortened form, abbreviation, right? And the laser weapons. When it comes to the laser weapons, like LY-1, it's a ship-based and the ground-mounted direct energy systems China is capable of, right? Laser weapons, and also other weapons like robot wolves, equipped drones like loyal wingman, like this kind of lot of technologies, many technologies China is on right now. Because I think you would agree with me, and you will not agree with me. We have to see some truth. We have to be always truthful, right? So in order to be truthful, I would like to say China's technology is far better than Europe technology, right? Europe is shrinking now. Europe is failed right now. I have to tell you the truth. This is the bitter truth, but it is a truth. It's a holy truth, right? China is developed now. China is more powerful now, and one of the most powerful nation in the world, right? So it's an Asian nation. So about the Chinese policy and about the Chinese, when it comes to the Chinese technology, they are far better than other countries all over the world, right? So how China becomes this much of powerful? Because I see US does not have this capability, but some cases in some hypersonic anti-missiles and also nuclear capable missiles, some laser weapons, US is also tally with China, right? Sea drones also currently US have deployed some sea drones as well. It's in the operation level as well. So some of the things US is far behind, some of the things, some weaponries are China is far behind. So US is the only country which can compete to China at the moment. But the issue is, remarkable thing is China has aligned with Russia as well as North Korea. This is the dangerous issue, right? So they have authoritarian power, like also hegemonism. Hegemonism they have the hegemonism and the authoritarian power and the dictatorship. Always these countries, Pakistan and Iran, and always Iran says death to America, like this kind of propaganda they make. And these all countries, based on my channel, the theme line of my channel, I would say these all countries, they have they're failed countries in terms of people's freedom and freedom of speech, freedom of having a different political point of view. So these kind of things, and human rights, China, Russia and North Korea, they are failed nations, right? They are fallen nations, like axis of evil, right? So in other systems, like when I say about the equipped drones, AI equipped drones like J-20, J-35 and HQ-929, X4 atmospheric defense systems, right? So what about the US? Is it far behind? Dominant sea drones. So China's advancements actually, if you compare with the sea drones and also China's advancements and the US capabilities and its development and its advancement, if you compare AJX Chinese AJX-002 and other publicly displayed as mature systems, right? So these are the very important things, right? And USA ORCA, ORCA, US Navy received prototypes of 51 to 85 feet modular payload month of endurance they have, and also month array. It's a glider type of UUV and DARPA testing a long range like a glider systems at the moment, right? So US also, yes, of course, when it comes to sea drone, yes, so US does have the comparable tech through its status of varies of prototype to testing at the moment, right? And hypersonic anti-missiles, yes, YJ series hypersonic missiles in the parade, like YJ-17, YJ-19, etc. in the parade, right? When it comes to the conventional prompt strike, like a boost glide hypersonic weapon testing, when it comes to the testing, US also being developed, and Zhonghui destroyers, it is planned to the submarines submarines in USA 2027 to 2029, right? It is far away from now. It is at least 4 years from now, right? 4 to 5 years. So USA at this conventional weapons, it is far behind on 4 years, right? And also Mako, Mako, the F-35 and F-34, F-22 early development. They have hypersonic air launch missiles as well, right? And HACM, when it comes to HACM, scramjet hypersonic cruise missile, they have US Air Force led service in project in 2027 also. So it means it is under the project still. So it will take some time to US to develop. So the US is obviously far behind. You have to understand why the US is the US is far behind from China, because China has no domestic issues, and China has calibrated its economy and its foreign policy and everything. US is like a you can say it's a global policeman, and they invade Iraq, they invade Afghanistan, and they sell many countries the weapons, and also Syrian war they actively participated, and huge cost, unnecessary huge cost to the US foreign policy to establishment. It has it reached the poverty level to USA, because USA has unnecessarily spending the money for Ukrainian war as well as any other wars, Gaza war also in the world. So this is which is unnecessarily, and also I think that is not their issue, that's not their business, but they have spent a lot of money unnecessarily. So that is the very and the least reason the US is have declined its economy and its scientific exploration and development. Also the young generation, so they have to the USA mostly hired the people from the other parts of the world. So in that case, in that reason, expertise and the professional and the scientists and those kind of those people, whoever comes to the to USA, they have to train, and they have to adapt the environment. It takes them some time, rather than you producing this kind of scientists in the domestic level. So laser detected energy weapons, when it comes, right, and LA1 system displayed by the China, US has development programs at the moment, ample electric power platforms, and also Zoom classes, Zoom weight classes, and detected direct energy weapons, but none of publicly deployed at the parent scale, right? but they have, right? And the bottom line of this, actually, when it comes to the bottom line, I would like to say China publicly display, right? China has been publicly display in the rapid modernization of its military and push toward the futuristic, more integrated systems, more AI systems, combining with artificial intelligence, hypersonic and unattended platforms, right? Unhuman platforms. So it's a very very sophisticated, and this is a very big threat to the global peace, right? And by the way, I'm not supporting to anybody. It's not my motto, or it's not my expectation. It's not my objective to support anybody, right? And the US is also US is not lagging entirely, but operations more incrementally, like many programs are still in the prototype testing and early development stages, right? China's parade, right? US is not lagging entirely, right? Not lagging entirely, but they have, right? And when it comes to China's parade, it's highlighted completed or deployment of the ready systems. Though the caveats is remaining about the combat readiness. US is catching up with the strong investments, but obtained program like cancellations and also delays. And CPS at the launch of CPS at the sea launched in 2027. HACM systems will be launched by 2027 as well. So okay, let's go to the next level. When it goes to the next level of our this scenario of our this demonstration in this video, parade was prototype. How the China displays may systems affect the US defense planning, right? And secondly, AI and the autonomy in the modern naval warfare, right? When it comes to the these systems, the strategic and the doctrine amplification, like of a XLUUVS and the robot units, especially AI units, right? Also hypersonic race. The world is at the edge of the hypersonic. It's on the peak level at the moment, right? Comparing the deployment of the timelines and the platforms readiness between China and US, right? So, like for example, let us see, right? The concise source-based comparison, when you see the comparison focused, what I have seen in Chinese military parade few days ago, held in September 3rd, how USA capabilities and stack up, especially for the sea drones and the anti-ship hypersonic missiles. What kind of conclusions, right? We will make some highlights right now. So how the sea drones like UUVS, USVS, right? USVS, right? China publicly rolled out the extra large of uncrewed underwater vehicles like YJ-002, XLUUVs. All right, these are the other you can say other new series, right? Other unmanned maritime systems, right? Maritime systems that usually prominent in a prominent slot in this year parade, right? Which is not having in the last year. So also the analysts note that the emphasis on the autonomy at the sea, and number two, missiles, anti-ships, hypersonic, and hypersonic focus, right? So as I explain you also, alongside well-known DF-26, also DF-61 ICBM and JL-3 ICBM and SLBM. So the China has displayed the new YJ series of anti-ship missiles, right? And it is reaffirmed hypersonic, ballistic, and anti-ship strike themes that aim to threaten large surface of ships at the long range. Right, there is a big threat. I'm saying you, right? Basically, what I would say to the US, if they don't have any other option, just make it clear they have to make it Kamasaki. Kamasaki means the suicide effort. Just like a jihadist. Muslims, we say it is a jihadist, right? So from the land base, if you say 200, 300, 500, 1000 missiles, the USA will be finished. Okay. Just raining and the plunging, you can say like a thundering, like thundering. We have to, you can say like a raining of missiles, like a barrage of missiles, like 200, 300, 500, you can say atomic bombs or nuclear missiles, hydrogen bombs, right? Nuclear bombs. We have to send it to China. USA will be definitely destroyed. The entire world will be destroyed. Also, China will be destroyed at this point, right? If you say at this point, if this race is going on, the world will be finished and societal collapse definitely. But if there is no any other option to the US, they will use that tactic at the last. It is a last option. Last option they have, like a Kamasaki mission, right? So I'm not going to go that much far, but USA also have some nuclear weapons. So they also have, any other countries also have. So not only to China, right? So I think a rival power should be another rival power against to the US, what you call like a competitor. Competitor should be always, right? When it goes to the open source caution, right? Caution that exact the performance, it's not public, right? But this message is clear: long range, fast, and numerous, right? When it comes to the laser drones, counter drones, right? And the LS1 is laser systems appeared. Another signal that counter drones, precision air defense tech moving into the lineup, right? Actually, when it comes to the sea drones, USS first China, briefly I will explain you. The parade evidence that the state of media point of the very large UUVs intended for the long endurance ISR, right? So mine warfare, like a sea mines warfare, and also the strike support, or the visibility is high, but the real world maturity, commerce, autonomy in depth, at the depth, the logistics are not independently verified, right? So okay, United States, when it goes to the United States, about the sea drones, when you talk about the sea drones, the extra large UUVs, US military, multiple XL UUVs, the line of test and prototyping, still it is prototyping, very sad to say, right? It's prototyping, and the Navy's ORCA XL UUV by the Boeing Corporation. It's in the system level testing, and the first articles also delivered to the integration and the trials. And DARPA Monterey also completed the full scale at the sea testing in early 2024, and the demonstrating is a kind of very long endurance, also low torch operations. These vehicles are meant for. These are credible steps toward fielding, but through not yet at scale, right? Not, it's in the operational scale, by the way, till they will successful, right? And also unmanned surface vessels, like US Navy has been operating mixed fleets of US unmanned surface vessels. Fifth Fleet of Task Force 59, 60 and 61 also. The daily maintenance, the daily maritime security and sensory also. Arguably the most routine, also the real world scenario, and also naval unmanned ops anywhere in today it is available, right? So there's no problem at all. US Navy is also pushing large, medium and USVs program, but the Congress and the CSR not the pricing and also the pacing budget and all those things, and the concepts of the operations questions at slow, like a mass feeding, right? Where is the US lags, and the wide range of writers review that this year conclude US is behind rapidly, like a fleeting large number of attributes in the sea drones, despite strong tech and the experiments, like pointing and of the bureaucracy, shipbuilding priorities, and the budget focus and the main breaks, right? So replicator like a partial fix, but the results must still materialize, right? And the bottom line of the street on tech maturity in the rough, partly the building advance of the prototype, but the both sides, US and the China is leading. Okay, operation use, US has more day-to-day operational experiences, and also with the USVs, China shows large UUVs, parent scale, but the operational depth, endurance is opaque, right? Scale and the tempo, if you see, US is slow at the mass adoption, policy, budget friction like this. Whereas the China industrial capacity would scale quickly once designs are locked, right? So our next mission, of course, comparison between the anti-ship and the hypersonic missiles, very interesting, in between the USA and China. Let us see in the future videos, and bye bye. Thank you so much. If you like this video, please subscribe, because I need more subscribers, and thumbs up. Thank you so much. Have a great day. Have a lovely day. See you soonly. Bye bye.